Otter once thrived across the West Coast. Now they're only found here on the central coast of California. Tonight, a stunning story you'll only see on Action News.
Wendy Teese explains what it takes to save the sea otter. It's the finale of her 4-part Earth Watch series. Wendy.
Tony and Kimberly, sometimes success in life comes by taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. In saving an endangered species like the sea otter, it often comes down to making difficult decisions over life and death. Even above the sound of the crashing waves, a high-pitched cry for help catches the attention of Dwayne Windahl. From his balcony above the beach in Cayucas, he spots the source.
So I saw this little guy wash in this morning, and I looked for the mother and I couldn't find it.
He calls the Marine Mammal Center, and volunteers soon find the furry month-old sea otter covered in sand.
Got down here and found the pup was in the water, just being washed around in the surf.
I know you're mad. I know you're really mad. I don't blame you. Is that a face or what?
The rescue team dries off the otter, assesses his condition, and unsuccessfully tries to find his mother.
We're waiting now for instructions from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. They do have jurisdiction with an otter.
It does need its mother, but at least it'll get a chance this way. Look at it now.
Oh.
Is that cute?
What they don't know is this sea otter pup, part of a threatened species with fewer than 2,800 in the wild, is carefully put into a cage. Ultimately, will have no chance. He's carried to a waiting rescue van for a 2-hour ride north to one of the only places in the country authorized to accept and rehabilitate this endangered animal, the Monterey Bay Aquarium. What happens next leaves volunteers determined to save the otter heartbroken.
After the animal arrived in Monterey, the animal was weighed and measured, and at that point they determined, because it was a male and there was no surrogate, that they euthanized the animal.
The aquarium's head veterinarian personally put the pup down.
The animal was anesthetized first, so we could make sure that it was not uncomfortable. The anesthesia was just a series of 2 very small injections, and he went to sleep very, very quickly.
Sharon Jackman, the volunteer who carried the pup from the cold water to the warm beach, wishes there were other options.
It's just very hard as a volunteer to see an animal euthanized that seems, totally healthy. So I would hope there's a better way.
I am very grateful that they did in fact bring this animal up, because had they not, it would have suffered and died on the beach. And that is far, far worse.
With nearly 2 decades at the aquarium, Dr. Mike Murray has witnessed what has worked and what has not in the otter recovery program. Even after all their efforts, the sea otter population is still in peril and has a surplus of males.
We believe that for management of the wild population, the females are more important. So if we had one of each, we could only take one. The female is the one we're going to try and rehabilitate more than males.
Years of research shows younger sea otters rehabilitated and released by the aquarium into the wild rarely enter the breeding population. So just over a year ago, their program went in a new controversial direction. Otters that can't be placed in research programs, aquariums, or zoos will be put to death.
And it's very, very difficult to me. I'm the one who looks that sea otter in the eye and has to apologize to it. I wish I had a better answer.
The aquarium put to sleep 3 sea otter pups in the past year. But another baby otter found in San Luis Obispo County will have a completely different outcome. Called Otter 315, this little guy was only 2 days old, weighing as many pounds, with the umbilical cord still attached when once again Sharon Jackman responded to Pismo Beach the week before Christmas.
I kept him on my lap all the way to Monterey.
Now, nearly 2 months after his rescue, this little orphaned otter, seen here just 1 hour after he was introduced to his new surrogate mom, seems happy to see the first otter since separated from his mother. Despite some disappointment along the way, Sharon Jackman isn't about to give up helping the sea animals she holds so dear.
You just sort of pick up and go on and hope the next one turns out better.
Sharon didn't have to wait long for the next opportunity to help. Tuesday evening, she got the call for a sick female otter by the rock in Morro Bay. The 6-month-old seen here was infected with parasites, had a seizure halfway up to Monterey, and then died last night at the aquarium.
She will be studied so researchers can learn why so many wild otters are getting sick from infectious disease and parasites in hopes of helping the population survive. Tony and Kim, back to you.